What's going on, disc golf athletes? I just left the gym, got my own training session in, and in this video, I'm going to give you exercise selection principle number 2. So yesterday in the last video, we did principle number 1, which was start where you're at, right? Be realistic with where you are in the moment. And just because you can drive 200 miles per hour in a car doesn't mean that you should at that moment. You got to work your way up. So start where you are, be realistic. Let's go with exercise principle number 2, selection principle number 2, and that is simple first, then progress with complexity over time. All right, this is very important. You want to start with simple movements. Complexity is not the spice of life, neither is variety. Okay, if you want to see both your goals realized and you want to do it in a safe, effective, and efficient manner, start with simple movements. All right, I see way too often people are looking for super complex exercises, but the more complexity you add into something, the more risk you have of something going wrong and you getting injured. And also, you're just not going to see the best results unless you can own that complexity, all right? When I was younger, I worked on an ambulance for a couple of years, and one of my roles was not only in the back, but I also drove that ambulance. Well, I didn't get to drive the ambulance with lights and sirens and drive it through traffic and all that until I went through a training class. So I had to go to a special class where I had to drive an ambulance on oil slicks, and I had to do all sorts of fun things, but I had to go through that training. I had to actually get a thing on my license that says that I had gone through training. So I had to earn that complexity. And sure, it was fun. Complexity is fun, right? Doing the super complex exercises, those can be enjoyable. Kettlebell swings are enjoyable. I'm not going to say burpees are enjoyable, but that's a complex, some people like them. That's a complex exercise. If your joints are out of position, if your core is not engaged like it should be, that can lead to, lower back issues, hip issues, knee issues, shoulder, lots of things. So start with simple first, and it's going to help with your exercise selection because you're not going to have to go search for 700 different ways to do an exercise. All right, just start with simple planks, side planks, glute bridges, shoulder taps, things like that, and then build up slowly, progress over time, and adding complexity as you earn that complexity. All right, that's training principle number 2, or exercise selection principle number 2. Join me again in the next video for exercise selection principle number 3. Have a great day. Train disc golf strong. Play disc golf strong.